Hello everybody. How's it going everybody? I am coming to you today to talk to you about pandemic trauma, which is really going on right now, and enough so that it made me want to kind of talk to you about what I call PTSD, which is pandemic trauma security distortion. I had to think about that. A lot of people are feeling really stressed right now, so I want to talk a little bit about that and how to kind of relieve some of that stress. Before we talk about anything else, you guys, please subscribe to my page, like this video, share it with a friend or a family member, and help me get some more subscribers on my page. Ring that bell also, and get continuous alerts of when I post a new video. I would appreciate it greatly if you did that. Thank you so much. And now let's get into the video. I actually did what I'm going to tell you that you might need to do. I'm noticing that people are extremely stressed out right now, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that we are continually inundated with what's going on in the world right now, and it is crazy. Okay, I think we established it's crazy right now. So basically, it's really important for you guys to be able to shut off what's going on in the world. We do need to be part of the world in a sense that we need to understand what's going on, and we need to know, because of the pandemic, we need to know what phase we're in. Is our state going up in cases or down? Where are the death levels at? But on top of all of that, we also have a lot of civil rights movements happening, and we have a lot of injustice in the world, and we've got explosions, and we've got all kinds of, environmental things happening right now. And so you can, just from me talking to you about this, you probably got stressed out just while I said those words. And that's my point. You need to get away from taking that into your body and into your spirit, into your soul 24/7. Okay, so there's a few things that I made a note of that you can do to kind of help yourself. The one that's the most important is don't make yourself so readily available to hear every single bad thing that's going on in the world, and hearing every single person that's on your social media talking about it. It comes up in all of your feed, and so everybody is reacting and responding to the same things that are going on. And the more that we take this in, and the more that we engage the conversations and get involved, the higher our stress level gets. To be aware, but we do not need to be completely engaged constantly in the information of all the bad news. So what I'm suggesting is, you may not be like me and just delete your social media. That may not work for you. I'm actually loving that I don't have all these other medias. It's caused me to now focus on my private practice and using the website where I advertise, and then talking to you guys this way. So what I'm saying to you is, it's okay to do a social media cleanse or a diet. And what I recommend that you do is, first, turn off your alerts for your social media. If you have alerts on your phone where every time someone posts something or responds to something you posted, and you're getting that on your phone all day long, it's too much. You are overexposed to the information. So the first key is shut that off. You choose when you go into social media to get the information. And when you do that, choose how often you're going to do that. Maybe it's once a day, maybe it's twice a day, maybe it's in the morning, and maybe it's after you go to work or at the end of the day if you're unemployed right now. You decide all of that information. You may need to just kind of log off for a while. Not delete your page, but log off of it and tell yourself, maybe for a week, maybe for 2 weeks, maybe for a month. I highly recommend you go for the month, because then you really get to see how much you were affected by all the information that you were taking into your body every day. So we get super stressed because this is where the security distortion comes in. We definitely have security issues right now. We come by them honestly because people are unemployed. They don't know when things are going to open up. It's opening up, but then if you go out, are you going to get sick? Are you going to infect other people? It's scary right now, and I totally get that. But bad things have happened in the world before, so we need to do our part, mask up, wash our hands, all of those things, follow the rules, go over and aboard whatever you could do to keep yourself and your family and others safe. Daily life has been disturbed before by, other things and events going on in the world, and we will get through this. Just know that political environments are terrible right now, and people are at each other's throats. And realize that has happened before too. This is not the first time that we are going through that. So we don't need to worry that the world is going to explode. It is going to change. It is going to pass all of this craziness. Change is going to happen, and that's what happens right before things change on a conscious level. Things get really crazy at the bottom. And this is just a sign that social change and consciousness change is happening, and this is why the foundation feels really shaky. But know that this is a normal part of the process when we are going to enlighten ourselves and go to the next level of consciousness. Okay, my next suggestion is create a safe space, a sacred space away from the political environment. You do not need to be talking about politics and sides and who is horrible and who is great and who is a saint and who is a demon. And I will use an example of this. I'm part of a YouTube channel, not part of, but I subscribe to a YouTube channel that's all about gnomes and railroads. And I hope he doesn't mind me using this because we had a great conversation. But I hadn't been checked it for a while, so I went to my subscriptions and I just looked and seen who's posting new videos. And when I went there, I saw nothing but political posts. And I was really disappointed by that, because one of the things that is so wonderful is when you can escape to something that's creative and fantasy and artistic. And it has nothing to do with the hate in the world and picking a side and demonizing other people for their beliefs, no matter what side you're on, none of that. And so when I saw that this YouTube channel had changed into that, I was really sad and disappointed. And I told him that, I read through some of the comments that were just really not nice. And they were political, right, for one side or the other, and they just weren't nice. And I just thought, I'm disappointed, because to me, gnomes and fairies and hobbits and all of those beautiful magical things, they're sacred because they're creative and they allow people to escape into another world that is free of all of that craziness. And not only that, but we need it. As the people who are creating, we need that. We need a spot or a space or a sacred environment that is free from all of that. Otherwise, where do we go? We just devolve into this chaos, and we don't need that. There's enough chaos in the world, right? We're supposed to live in the world, don't let the world live in us. And so I basically said, it would be so great to have a safe space to not have to listen to any of that. The other thing that was mentioned is I'm going to use my voice however I need to use it on this channel. However, I don't even feel creative to even post the gnomes and the railways anymore right now because of what's going on in the world. Now, so I want to bring this point. If that's happening to you, you have lost your creativity. It's because you are inundated with the chaos. You cannot create in chaos. And so what I'm saying to you is, if that's happening to you, you are taking in too much information on what is going on with the pandemic, with politics, with social justice reforms, all of this stuff. Now, you need to be aware of it, yes, but you need to limit it to when you're going to take it in. You need to remove all these alerts off your phone. You need to choose when and how often you're going to go on it. And I would say put yourself on a schedule of when you are going to check it, maybe twice a day to get started, morning and night. So you can see what's going on in the morning when you wake up, and you can see what happened at the end of the day. And stick to that so that you are not constantly taking in all of this stuff, because it is causing PTSD. And I'm calling that pandemic trauma, or let me read it because I wrote it down. Pandemic trauma security distortion. You could also call it pandemic trauma sadness depression, right? Because that's what's going on when you take in too much of this type of chaos. So with that being said, everybody, I just want to say, please share this video, put it on your social media. I'm not on social media other than YouTube now, so I can't share this with anybody else, but I would ask you to please share this. Please ask other people to link to my page, subscribe, hit the bell, like. Tell me what things you want to talk about also in the comments, and I'm happy to do that. Again, my name is Sufani Garza. My business is placeofblisssanctuary.com. I do healing work, soul care chats virtually and in person in Washington State. And I just want to send love out to everybody who's listening, and be on the lookout. Hit that alert button so that you can see all my other healing videos that I have already done and that I will do in the future. Okay, take care, you guys, and I hope that you're well.